Hey friends, so I'm here real quick to do a quick update on how my breastfeeding is going with Isaac. So we are going on almost 9 months of breastfeeding and I cannot believe how amazing it's been going. It is different now than what it was when he was a baby. So I'm going to share with you guys what he does now, what are his ways while he's eating, and just the difference that it is between now and then or before. So one thing that I've noticed is that there's times when he's eating and he wants to stick his finger in his mouth while he's eating, and sometimes that does hurt and I have to tell him, no, Isaac, don't do that. He also has this habit of pinching, so he'll be eating on one side and he'll be pinching also, and I'm like, what are you doing? Because that kind of hurts. Another thing that I noticed that he does is he scratches a lot. So I don't know if your baby does the same or not, but Isaac, in order to get the letdown, what he does is he goes like this. So he kind of like pets me, I guess you want to say, and that's his way of getting the letdown. And it happens every single time, but sometimes he gets so frustrated because he doesn't get the letdown like right away, so he starts like scratching my chest. That is something that he does now that he didn't do before, as well as the pinching, as well as like putting his finger in his mouth while he's still eating. What else is different now than what it was before? If he's not hungry, like let's say since we're co-sleeping, sometimes I figure like, oh, he just wants to nurse to go back to sleep. In order to tell me that he does not want to eat anymore, he bites. I guess he bites me, right? And then he starts laughing because he thinks it's funny. So one of the ways that I do to prevent him from thinking that it's okay, tell him, no, Isaac, don't do that. Not that he understands, and I take it away, and I, to make so he knows that when he does that, he's not going to nurse. But yeah, he eats. I try to feed him like 3 times a day if I could, but I always introduce the breast milk first, like 10 minutes before, sometimes 30 minutes before, depends, and then I'll offer him some solids. He is more into drinking milk. Like obviously he doesn't take a bottle, so like he is just a booby baby, I guess, because we've tried so many bottles. He drinks water from his sippy cup, but if I put milk in there, he will not drink it, and he will make sure that it's water and not milk. So he eats his solids like once, twice a day, sometimes 3. It kind of just depends on the mood, but I definitely introduce milk more than I do with solids because I feel like milk right now is the most important for him at this point. When I went to the doctor, he was 13 pounds, but for some reason I feel like that that scale was wrong. But we have an appointment on the 25th, and I will talk to the doctor about his weight. I spoke to a lactation consultant who told me that she feels like there's nothing wrong with his weight. He was 4 pounds when he came home. She feels like he's growing perfectly fine. He looks happy. He's doing everything like milestone wise. He's crawling. He's like so mobile. So it could be because he's moving around a lot. He's losing kind of like the calories and stuff like that, but he nurses very well. He doesn't like wean off or anything like that. I haven't noticed any like patterns where he doesn't want to like the milk as much as he used to. He nurses still like a lot of times during the night. I'm talking about like maybe 3-4 times a night. What else can I say? I don't pump because like I said, he doesn't take a bottle, so I find no reason in pumping. But once he's closer to 1, I'm gonna start pumping because I'm sure by then he'll be taking a cup, and I'll want him to drink at least breast milk from there, so he kind of could get used to it. And I want to build a stash for him for after we stop kind of like breastfeeding. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna breastfeed for. I'm planning on doing it until after he's 1, if I still can, or at least still at night. I feel like that's very important, and I like this breastfeeding experience is really nice. I'm not gonna lie, compared to Isabella's experience with formula, I don't have to worry about bringing formula with me, bringing water, doing all that, having a crying baby, and then having to still make a bottle. With him I could just literally go anywhere and feed him. So that's one of the differences that I found. But yeah, I don't want to like ramble on and ramble, but that's pretty much my update. We are still breastfeeding. We're still going strong. He's a perfect latcher. We haven't had any problems. No nipple shields. no latch cysts, nothing like that. We've been doing really good, thank God, knock on wood. I have never gotten, like, I think it's called mastitis, I don't know. I haven't had any problems like that. I haven't had any like crusty nipples. We've been doing really good, so I hope to continue that journey because I absolutely love it. I really do. There's some people that think that, you know, are you still breastfeeding? Like, don't you think he's old enough to, like, you know, wean off? And I'm like, no. Like, he's gonna breastfeed until he wants to, or at least until, you know, I no longer want to. But right now I don't see any like end near, so hopefully we can continue this journey. But yeah, that is about it for now. If you're new at breastfeeding, I would suggest checking out my breastfeeding essentials video. I'll link down below. I have all the items that help me out with breastfeeding or things that can help you with your breastfeeding journey. I also talk about things that I have used or things that I am still using, things that I would have used if I would have known with my first. So yeah, please check that video out because that is so helpful. And I also have a nursing cover review too, that I'm sure you guys would enjoy. But yeah,